My brother brought his girlfriend home for a holiday dinner for the first time. During the dinner, his girlfriend suddenly turned to me. "Chloe Davis, you look so familiar. I remember now. I saw your pictures on Pornhub. You have a really hot body." She finished, then quickly clapped a hand over her mouth, pretending she'd spoken out of turn. All the relatives at the dinner were stunned. Then they started pointing fingers at me. Young people these days really have no morals. "What's her stage name? I want to check it out too." I, however, calmly set down my fork and smiled at her. "I also think you look familiar." "Oh, I remember now. I performed several abortions on you." My brother was bringing his girlfriend home this year, and my mom was so thrilled she gathered all our relatives for a big family dinner. At the dinner table, my brother's girlfriend, Serena Lewis, was incredibly well behaved. She proposed toast to the adults, told jokes, and not only charmed my mom completely, but even had the relatives praising Brandon for his good taste. Just as everyone was soaking in the warm atmosphere Serena had created, a relative turned to me. "Chloe, you work in New York. You must be earning a lot of money. Your cousin graduates next year. You really should help her find a good job." Other relatives chimed in. "Your mom says you give her $1,500 a month. That's amazing. Not like our useless son who can't even find a job." "Chloe, what exactly do you do in the big city?" I was about to answer when Serena suddenly put down her glass and asked me, "Chloe, even though this is our first time meeting, I just feel like I've seen you before." I offered a polite smile. Maybe I just have one of those faces. Serena shook her head, staring intently at me, scrutinizing my features. "No, it's not an average face. I definitely saw you somewhere." It was as if something clicked for her, and a look of sudden realization dawned on her face. "I know, you're an influencer on Pornhub, aren't you?" The moment she said that, several relatives at the table visibly stiffened. Serena seemed oblivious to the sudden change in atmosphere and continued, "I've seen your pictures. Your body is so hot. I can't believe I'm seeing you in person now." She finished, then abruptly clapped a hand over her mouth, looking like someone who just said something regrettable. I was stunned. I couldn't believe Serena would fabricate such a rumor right there. My first instinct was to confront her. "What in the world are you talking about?" She immediately put on a show of being wronged and apologized. "I'm so sorry, Chloe. I just spoke without thinking. I never imagined it would be you. I really didn't mean it. Please don't be angry." Serena's words were so direct that all the relatives' gazes shifted, scrutinizing me. Young people these days are so open-minded. No wonder she always says she's busy and only comes home once a year, so that's what she's been busy with. No wonder she's so rich. She's selling herself. How embarrassing. The relative who had just asked me to help her daughter find a job quickly retracted her words, clearly worried I might lead her daughter astray. What I said earlier doesn't count. My daughter would never do something like that. It's utterly disgraceful. My mom's face was beet red from the relative's whispers, her hands trembling. She looked at me in disbelief. "Chloe, are you really an influencer on Pornhub?" My brother's eyes were also red with anger, glaring at me. "Chloe, is what she said true? Did you really do something so shameless?" "No, I didn't." I cut them off, my voice firm and resolute. Hearing my explanation, they still looked skeptical, their faces tight with doubt. I stared at Serena, the architect of this slander, a suffocating knot of anger in my chest. This was my first time meeting Serena. We had no history, no grudge, yet she had inexplicably pulled a stunt like this. I said, my voice low, "Serena, you can't just go around spreading lies. Defamation is a serious offense." At my words, Serena seemed to grow even more tearful. Her eyes red, she whispered timidly, "Chloe, I really didn't mean it. Can you